Where do we start?
I don't know. That's a decent intro, though. It's not bad.
Yeah. No, for real. Hey,
And I'm surprised.
We're
Right.
newbies.
I'm surprised how well these mics are working out. We should try the.
I'm really impressed. No, I'm really impressed with the sound and everything. Like, we have some production value right now.
Oh yeah, already, absolutely, yeah. Already we have production.
So nobody's
value.
production value is something.
Yeah.
It's a bit of effort on our part, obviously.
If it's not work, we shouldn't be getting paid.
Yeah, we're not getting paid right now.
No, we're not getting paid at all. No, nothing. We're just wasting our time. It's even costing us money.
At this point, this is just a hobby.
A hobby. And you know what? Nobody's listening to us. It's just me and you pretending like we have a podcast.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which I think is hilarious, actually. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we got to start somewhere.
We do have to start somewhere.
Just like anything else.
I need to start running and eating less cookies.
Oh, here we
and
go
drinking
again.
less chocolate milk. Here we go again. Hey, fucking,
We had this whole ice cream debate.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Oh, I love ice cream.
We know. Haagen-Dazs.
I should get some Haagen-Dazs. I need to get some Haagen-Dazs. Absolutely.
Right?
That's a decent reoccurring theme for a podcast. Yeah.
Haagen-Dazs.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking about that for the podcast. What we should do, and like you were talking about having segments, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking one of the segments, how we start off, we do our like, hello everybody thing, but it would be called reviewing the minutes. And what minutes are in a meeting,
I know,
right?
I know.
Okay, you know what minutes are. Okay, well, for our audience who doesn't necessarily know what minutes are,
Yeah.
when you have a meeting, you have a secretary or somebody who writes down what was discussed, what was decided upon,
Yep.
and who write down who was in charge of accomplishing whatever task or whatever.
And voting and things. And
Voting, exactly.
who
like
seconded
decisions.
it and who third.
So-
yeah.
And part of that is after you're done the meeting and whatnot, you send this to everybody. Hey, everybody, take a look. Make sure it's what we actually decided. Then everybody comes in like, yeah, that sounds good, whatever, and then you sign it off.
Yeah. For me, in my experience, as part of the Miramichi Valley Firefighters Association, every meeting.
I thought you were a baseline and firefighter.
No, I'm a basin and fire, but I'm a part of the Miramichi. I was part of the Miramichi Firefighter Association.
Oh, okay,
Right?
okay.
Our department belonged to that association.
Okay, yeah.
And like you said, to start off every meeting, they would read off the previous minutes from the previous meeting, and then somebody would adopt the motion to that's exactly what we had said. Everything is
It's on point.
said as it was and not taken out of context and seconded and
Third and
Right.
whatever else. Yeah. There's just two of us, so it's however, yeah. So reviewing the minutes. So I figured that the first segment of our podcast would be like, hey, we said this. Oh, that's not really my opinion, or I looked that up. It's like, oh, I was wrong on that. Like, just clarify our shit.
I like this idea, but the recording we made previously might not even air. So this.
It's gonna air. We're gonna make some
in clips, maybe.
So we're gonna start making shorts. Is the first thing we're gonna do, like 10, 15-second clips, because. Well, and then anyway. So the podcast shouldn't be more than half an hour, because even myself, like, do I want to sit there for 2 hours listening to the same voice? Like, no.
Let's be
I
honest. Both of us, our attention spans are way too
Yeah,
short for that crap.
I'm definitely ADD. I have no attention span for anything, and I've been finding some videos online actually about ADD and stuff. It's like, clear, that's exactly it. Like, you start off doing something, then I gotta fix this problem. Then you go fix that problem, but then to fix that problem, there's another problem you gotta fix. So you try to go fix that problem, and then it escalates that by the time I'm trying to record with this microphone, I'm out fixing my car, doing something,
or worried about something else.
Yeah, exactly. Right, your attention is moved on.
Yeah.
Just because it's the focus and the intent.
Or Bud walked by, he needs to go outside, so it was like, I've got to drop everything right now. And go
Yeah,
outside.
and then you're outside the dog, and then that's like you run around the mud. And then
What was I doing again?
Yeah, that happens to me all the time. Like, what was I doing? I don't know. I'd even be sitting here at this particular seat, and go in the next room and be like, oh, why did I come here? It was literally 3 seconds ago, but I have no idea. And part of it, I think, is I didn't really acknowledge what would have to be done, because I'm always ahead. It's really interesting. Even if you're talking to me, I'm already know what you're going to say. And it's like, why are you talking to me still? I know what you're going to say. Stop. But it's kind of the same idea. I was like, oh, I need this. I understood the idea, but then I leave, but I haven't fully acknowledged that, oh, I need this because of blah, 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 and really solidified the idea before starting on the task.
Yeah.
And then I'm off on the task, and I'm like, oh, shit, what was I doing again? I knew I had a task that was over here in this location, but I don't remember what it was. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of a topic for us
Oh, to talk about?
to get on. I had a few this morning, and I'm just trying to.
I'm telling you to write shit down, man, and you don't.
Do you don't have anything? Nothing we could start off just lightly? And let's not go into the deep shit there right now. We're starting off. We'll get to that, but
well, what I want to talk about with you, not necessarily in the podcast, is you're gonna have to learn how to use some computers, man. So one, it's gonna be Macs, and then software. I don't even know to use. You turned on Final Cut Pro a little bit there just now.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know anything. I don't know. What am I trying to do? I don't know. How do you get clips in? I don't know. I'm not even looking for clips. I want to use cameras to record straight in. And then I want to use two cameras to record. You can't record two cameras at once in the software. So we did conclude that we'll use my phone to record me.
Digital camera for me.
He has a camera for him, on him, and then we have the iMac eye camera or whatever it's called, eyesight. Yeah,
eagle eye
on the computer over there, and then although I did learn how to amalgamate them all on and timestamp them together using the audio, which is what I would do. But it happens automatic, and Final Cut has some good tools in there, which is wonderful.
Has a lot of shit. It does.
Yeah, it's cool.
There's so much crap on
transitions and things.
Yeah.
Now my thing is audio. So if you want to record a song or something, okay, I'll do it. If you want sound bites, you want sound effects, even if you want me to line up a whole bunch of stuff upon your video, I'm good. But the whole video stuff, I don't like. This is going to be a learning process. I hate you. This would be a podcast. We don't want video podcasts. Well, I guess you do. But I watch you guys on Shorts, Joe Rogan, and
Two Bears, One Cave.
Two Bears, One Cave. Two Bears, One Cave.
Yeah. That's the one I showed you about the Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. Oh, with the machine.
Yeah, Bert Kreischer.
Bert Kreischer is his name. The machine.
He's awesome.
Apparently, I've seen this morning. I've seen a trailer for his upcoming movie. It's about the machine, and it's a whole reenactment
of the machine story.
Of the machine story. And then it's
Have
him.
you heard the machine story? Because it's great.
Of course, I've heard the machine
story.
Freaking
great.
I don't know if it's true or not. I think he's been saying it's true, right?
He swears it's true.
It must be.
Yeah, and I mean, let's be honest. From what if you've heard the story, it's quite doable. I mean.
Except if you have a mafia dude next to you and you're like, please don't kill me.
Well, that was initially his demeanor.
Yeah.
And he just
ran with it. Just keep going.
He just gave into it. Sure, I'll be a bad guy.
Whoa, that's it. When in Rome, right?
He even admitted, half the stuff he jacked was his classmates.
Yeah.
Right? So.
And fake it till you make it is one thing. Even if you're in a terrible situation, okay. Let's say you got yourself into a terrible situation. You have to man up and deal with it. You can't just go huddle in the corner and think you're getting out of that situation. No, you have to go and be strong and brave even
and deal with it
and deal with it. Yeah, exactly.
You're just better to face it. Whatever it is.
Head
on.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a headache. You're being lazy about it. And then by the time you're trying to go to sleep, you really can't sleep because it's super intense. I should just took the Tylenol 2 hours ago. But, whatever it is.
I find
paying bills.
I find significant others are the worst for that stuff.
What do you mean?
Like the missus will say, I have a headache. And I'll be like, take a Tylenol. Well, 3 hours later, still hasn't taken the Tylenol.
Oh, yes.
But she's like, I have a headache. You should have took the Tylenol 3 hours ago.
Yeah, uh-huh. See, that's something. I think if I had a good woman, I would probably listen and do it.
No, you wouldn't. You don't listen. You don't like to listen.
What are you talking to me
You
about?
like to know it all. You're not.
If
you're
I
not-
know better, sure.
No, there's sometimes, man, you just don't want to take advice. You'll ask for it.
Like what?
I lo-
You're talking about your son,
No,
is what you're telling me.
That too. That's a whole other stuff. We won't go there today.
Today.
Another story for another time, Carl. But like renovations and shit.
Like what?
The house.
What happened wrong
You
with the
literally
house?
fixed all that shit,
Uh-huh.
and then you packed up and gone for a year. Like that must have-
And?
that must have, you could have waited for that crap.
No, dude, it was so at the time I had going through some shit, and you knew this, and it was partly something to do, right? It's something. Okay,
I'll destroy my house. Partly something to do.
It gave me focus. It gave me a drive to actually get out of bed every day, and I thought we worked on it every day, and things I've been wanting to do for a while to the house. But really, it was to keep me going, man. Because if I wasn't doing anything, I would probably be just gone to like a huge depression and it would have been terrible. So, but you're right. Sure. yes, we did things. And now I bought this house for the studio purposes, really. Because it's kind of, this needs to be torn down.
Yep, definitely.
But yeah, and it's working out. Look, this is the little studio area. You're seeing this end. We have this curtain thing.
Yep.
But
There's so much crap here.
Hey, it's not crap.
No,
It's
you don't.
nice
No.
guitars, man.
I will agree.
Drums.
It's not crap. It's quality stuff. But you have a lot of it. Is what I mean.
Yeah, and this is all in half of a trailer mini home thing over there. It's incredible how
One gathers stuff.
one gathers stuff, but really, this house right here is fairly already full.
Oh,
Right,
definitely. Definitely.
and for the amount of space I had in there, and like all of
Crammed up.
like holy crap, it's a big difference there.
No, it is. But even in the other place, like when you walk in, now it's like there's room.
You can actually walk in.
There's
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I don't feel like I might get suffocated by shit.
right.
Am I gonna die? Is stuff gonna fall on me?
Fall on me. Yep. And then even that cabinet that has all the Ninja Turtles in it, like
Yeah.
that's heavy. Like we're gonna have to unload.
Are you eventually gonna
inside
bring
to
that
move.
over here or something?
Eventually, yes. Not anytime soon, because the plan for this is to save up the money, get the plans to build the house I want, then tear this down and
Rebuild.
start from scratch. Yeah. So we'll have the studio in its own kind of spot, and then we'll have the living accommodations kind of separate
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot.
Yep. So you're saying there's gonna be a movie based on the machine?
Yeah, it's from what I've noticed, and
I haven't seen any of this yet. So
I do not remember the what you call that, the particular I don't know, but I don't remember the particular page or whatever on Facebook that showed it. But I'm like, oh, that seems reputable.
I would say, like, for him, Bert Kreischer, I'd say he's like on my top 3 of funniest comedians right now.
Oh yeah.
Like, definitely him, and even his buddy there, Tom Segura.
I don't know who that is. Maybe if I
He's-
see them.
he's the guy with in the Kool-Aid video with him. Segura.
I don't remember now. It was yesterday.
The guy laughing.
It's a video. from
I don't
yesterday.
remember
know.
yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. I'm interested in Taylor Tomlinson and Liza Schindler and stuff lately.
Yeah, she's okay. She's okay. That other guy, I'm not too sure who he is.
Girl. Yeah, it's a girl.
Both girls?
Yeah, both girls.
The blonde one I know.
Yeah.
She's
Eliza. Is
she-
it Eliza?
Yeah. She's good. Who else? I like Joe Coy. I don't know if you.
Joe Coy. I don't know Joe Coy.
Oh, it's good. He's got a lot of good stuff. Good material.
There's this like UK super dry humor guy, and he
Yeah.
has this weird ass laugh.
Briti-
Jimmy Carr. I think is
Yeah,
his
he's
name.
funny too. Yeah. He's. I wouldn't say he's on my.
Top there. Yeah.
but
I am.
He's
I don't.
funny. I find I like him in the aspect that he will shut down a heckler real quick,
Mm-hmm.
and it's great. Like it is great. Like yeah, I've seen a few shorts there where he just somebody's heckling in the crowd, and he's like,
Looks like an ugly bastard, are you?
Like-
I see.
like, he'll like yo mama them sort of thing. It's
yeah, exactly.
like, crowd loses it. Next.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, really, you're in a show. Like you sit there and be an audience. Like,
Yeah.
like what makes you think that you're fucking cool? Like, I don't understand.
Just their 5 minutes of fame or something. I guess.
I
Just
guess.
attention or
Right.
whatever. I mean, you get that everywhere too. Like like comedians and stuff deal with that stuff, but if you're a rock band and stuff, like you get people throwing stuff on stage.
Oh yeah,
or-
absolutely.
Or just harassing someone else in the crowd and disturbing. Like, how many musicians and stuff have you seen? Like, literally warn people about their phones. Like, you're here at a rock
Mhm.
concert.
Yeah,
enjoy the
put
rock
your phone
concert
away. Yeah,
and put your goddamn phone away. Right? Like it's that's what you're there for.
I like being on stage and then you have women screaming your name. It's wonderful. It's like, I love you. I'm like, thank you.
Throw your panties on stage. Sure.
Yeah, right. And then when the show's done though, and they're nowhere to be found, I'm like, oh. Comedians.
So Burt Kreischer, yeah, and we were talking about yesterday, like the older '80s stuff, like Eddie Murphy. and
Yeah.
stuff.
So Eddie
That
Murphy was
was
great. Like
freaking great.
delirious.
Even like, I don't know about you, but I know for myself, I like roast of people.
Oh
Like, I enjoy that. Like, especially
Yeah,
if
because that is your humor.
Yeah.
Your little asshole there.
but especially if it's a good roast. Like some of them are just straight up.
Oh
crap.
my god, it's because they try to make a TV show out of it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's and then it becomes forced. It's no longer
Yeah,
something that
yeah.
you want to do for
Yeah.
somebody.
And you have people roasting that have no idea.
Yeah,
on,
they're not
on the art,
comedians
or
or anything.
the art, right? It's an art. Like,
Yeah.
it has to be tasteful. Anybody can fling an insult. It's not,
Right.
you know.
right.
It's like bring them in and punch them on their head, right? And that's how it has to be delivered. Like, if you know where they're gonna go with the joke, there's no
yeah, it's not that fun.
no reaction, no real reaction. Because they're like, okay, you're gonna, you know, I had a drug problem. That's where you're gonna go with it. Okay, really?
Yeah,
And that's it?
That's mean. That's terrible.
And that's another thing. Some of them are just ruthless, right? And it's all it is they just want to make fun of you. Like it's like in the malicious, like
It's insulting. Yeah,
Right?
it's malicious. Yep.
like I find things like that it needs to be done in tasteful way.
Especially when you're trying to roast old people.
Yeah,
It's like have some respect for your elders, and they've accomplished much more than you ever will.
Yeah.
And these people have lived life. Like we were talking about my dad yesterday. It's like that was a different lifetime.
oh, was ever
Like my dad died in 2014. My parents. Yeah, I don't think I had a proper cell phone like current smartphones. And if I could, and even like when I was born, even in the 80s, if you could show me this smartphone and be like, hey, like on Star Trek, you can like video chat, even video chatting, like that to us in the 80s was like you had a computer essentially.
It was a futuristic thing.
Your telephone was a computer with the screen, and that would be your telephone, not a computer. That's your telephone. But now you have this little box that can do all this stuff. Like I would love to be able to like show my parents, like, hey, check this out. I was like, that's witchcraft. Probably would. My dad would probably say it's witchcraft. My mom might sit there and think about it and then call it the devil. Like actually say no, probably not, but you know, it's hardcore. This like my parents grew up
is.
horse and carriage, not fucking cars.
But then again, so
No
was
TV.
So were things like, you know, DVD players and VCRs when they first came out, and anything that's new. Like when you go from like let's say an 8-track and you're
To a cassette or a vinyl.
or even now just audio files.
Ah,
Just
so
where is it?
I have a 65-year-old brother, and he doesn't get it, man. Like
Like
the
the Netflix
internet,
thing.
Netflix, like this is like it's built in the TV. I got internet, so we have Netflix now. I'm like, no, that's not how that works.
No.
But he doesn't know how to use a computer. I got him an iPad, and he's not really messing with it to learn, unfortunately. But it's not part of. It's difficult for some of them, right?
Yeah.
And this is just pretty intense.
Well, like you said, like you go from that to this, and like even for us, like it's Like I don't remember being a kid thinking, oh yeah, one day we'll have iPhones and we'll.
Like,
But then
the
again,
world has changed.
Yeah, and they also make a lot of things obsolete. Like an iPhone is like a Swiss Army knife. It does everything, right?
Yeah.
It does everything.
Yeah.
So like when I see somebody with an iPhone in their hand and a
Or
watch,
an Android phone or whatever.
yeah. And I see somebody with a watch, I'm like, you're a dumbass.
Yeah. Why are you wearing a watch?
That's outdated. Like, your damn phone tells you the time. You don't need that. So if you're wearing that,
yeah,
it's
it's fashion. Like, really?
Yeah, an accessory, fashion accessory. It doesn't even serve the purpose of telling you time at this point
Anymore, yeah.
because your cell phone does that.
Yep.
So
now, I would potentially argue that if you went to certain places or try to maintain a certain lifestyle, which I would love to do, it's like I do need a watch because I don't have my phone on me all the time because I don't want my phone on me all the time, and I want and actually you discussed this about your home situations. Like, get off the phone, be here with me right now. We're here, we're hanging out. Don't be on your phone.
let's hang out.
And that's partly why we're friends with your view of the world is that, okay, well when Carl's over, he's not on his fucking phone the whole time, and we're actually hanging out.
Yeah.
So
or where we go somewhere or something. It's
yeah,
how it is.
we're not on our phone. We're actually
in the moment. We're in the moment.
Yeah. We're alive. We're real life.
Yeah. But then it's like I told you, like you have some of those friends that come over and they're like, okay, I'm gonna come visit you. Okay, sure. And they've come visit, and the entire time they're there, they're like literally
mess around on the phone.
So it's like, why are you here? Because we could have did this from your place, and we could have just kept texting like we were initially.
Yeah, exactly.
So why did you come visit?
Yep.
Or you throw a social event like a party or something, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's terrible.
Like, really, all I really want to do in that instant is fucking smash you. like really, I just want to like you've seen those slap competitions.
Oh,
they have?
yeah.
Like I really just want to like salt my hand, and just let you have it, and hope I knock you off that goddamn chair.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because it's one of those things for me. Like,
it's pet peeve, I guess. That's what we call it.
I think it's even worse than that. Like, you know how nails on a chalkboard makes you feel like.
I think pet peeve. Yeah, that's probably weird.
Man, like. It's like you kicked me in the nuts, and I just want to get up from that kick in the nuts,
retaliate,
and just like I said, slap you like, what? Right? Like, oh my god! And then, a lot of people say, "Oh, it's the young kids." No, man, it's not. There's a lot of people are in our age group that like, look, you weren't even born with that technology. Like, at least those damn kids have the excuse, like. That's all we know.
So we know. Yeah, a telephone, rotary phone, like
right? No, you know better because you're my age. So I know if I know this, object, you know it also. Yeah, and then it's just etiquette and stuff too. I guess like
right?
Like,
Absolutely, yeah.
Give a shit enough to
even me. This is slightly very off topic. We're changing topics apparently.
Sure.
Dressing like an adult is something like we're wearing t-shirts and whatnot and it's fine. However, I think it keeps from what I was listening to.
Yeah,
you keep that young, carefree mentality by not dressing like an adult, and your position, I guess, because if you're always dressed in a state of like. Doesn't matter.
You mean sweatpants?
Yeah. Sweatpants. Yeah, there you go. Like ratty old t-shirts. Yeah. Like people take you less seriously, but you also take yourself less seriously, and then you don't wake up and do what you want to do because you're not dressed
for success.
For success. There we go. That's a good one. Dress for success. Yeah. And I'm not talking necessarily about suits and whatnot, but that's something
just formal wear, even just regular formal wear.
Yeah, like my dad. When he was younger, if he left the house, he had a suit jacket on. Like and I was talking to somebody that's from England, I guess. It's very British type of thing. But adults now we don't dress good. We're dressed like children essentially.
I would say that the generations now definitely dress more frumpy. Like
frumpy. Oh, that's good. There we go. That's a good word to describe this.
You'll go out in public and like like in our little community, like fine, I'll go out in sweatpants and stuff like that, sure. But if I leave our community, like, it's not happening. Like,
yeah, we're like into some Hamlet village thing.
Right. Yeah, it's a village, like a small community type thing.
Everybody knows everybody.
But some people, they even like notch it up. Besides that, it's not even sweatpants; it's PJ pants.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You couldn't have even put sweatpants on. Like, you came out in your PJ pants. Like,
well, to me it's the same. But my sweatpants are like PJ pants. Really, I don't have PJs.
Man. No,
I hate sleeping with clothes on.
Like,
it's terrible.
Like, seriously, you see some of these, like, they're like PJs.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
like legit in PJs. Yeah,
that's
it's true.
Man, it's nightwear. Put some clothes on. Like, you can take those off and put sweatpants on at least, minimally.
Yeah,
like just a little bit of effort. And then you got the women. Let's talk about women for a minute. Then you got these women that seriously can't leave the house without 15 pounds of makeup on their face.
Yeah, that's
like, man, I just want to go to the store. So yeah, you want to go to the store and grab what, 3 things? It's gonna take you 2 hours to get ready.
To get ready.
to go
yes,
get 3 things. Like,
no. Well, I was listening to some podcast or whatever. I'm not too sure, but makeup is essentially lying, right? You're covering your face.
Yeah, we've had this conversation.
Have we?
Yeah.
Like, it's terrible. And is it to? And they say it's for me. Is it for you, or is it to compete against women, but then competing for the man? It makes no sense. If it was for you, you wouldn't do it because it's stupid. Like, how much money are you spending on painting your face all the time? And
then they have the argument of, yeah, well, you guys wear beards. That's your makeup.
Oh, so we've watched the same one.
yeah, right?
No, I grow a beard.
Yeah.
It's part of my body. Yeah. It's what I am.
I don't need 3 hours in the morning to get this on.
Yeah.
It's there.
3 hours. But I mean, I love makeup. It makes it look gorgeous sometimes. But it's saved for occasions as opposed to being
what you said earlier.
Thing.
It's still just an illusion.
Yeah, it is an illusion. Absolutely.
Right? Because you take all that crap off, it's like, whoa.
No, sometimes, yeah. Now from the women I've dated, not so much. But I've had an aunt who said their kid stopped dating or was complaining to the parent, to his mother, because, well, you go to the bar, you meet them, and I guess the next morning or however that works. But yeah, so he essentially told his mother, like, what's up with this? Like, trying to meeting women, taking them home, whatever, the next day, not too sure, just then seeing them without makeup, and it's like, no, I'm out.
Yeah, well, you know what? I could even up you one on the makeup.
Okay.
Because not bad. Like, the makeup's bad enough, in my opinion.
Sure.
Then you got these women with these fake eyelashes and like.
That's so disgusting.
What the fuck?
Like, mascara is one thing, but when you have fake eyelashes, you look like a clown. Honestly, like, I'm not for fake boobs or fake anything. Botox. Your lips aren't moving.
You look like a fish.
You look like a fish. Well, that, like the pumping and stuff. Yeah. But you look like a doll. You look artificial. It's like I can't take you seriously. Yeah. You're not a human.
And what I like, honestly, if I see you with lip injections, all I really want to do is put a fish hook in it. I want to put a fish hook in your lip because it belongs there. That's but like, funny. Seriously, man, like, you sit there.
It's
like,
bad for you.
It's okay. They take the makeup off. You know it's makeup. That's how the process is.
It's a thing. Yeah.
Right. But then they start like removing the eyelashes. I'm like, whoa. Yeah. What are you, a transformer? Like, seriously, if that hair comes off, we have a problem.
Women in disguise,
right? Like for example, like we had a guest at the house one night. My wife's mother, and she wears hair pieces.
Right, extensions.
Right?
Extensions or like wigs or
they're hair pieces, the hair clips and stuff like that. Because she's very thin. Like,
okay, yeah. Well, she's old,
but still, man, it's creepy as fuck, right? Like, I go walk by and like half asleep, go pee, and I walk back and I see this like mound of hair on the TV stand, sort of thing. There's
mound of hair. Yeah. On the TV.
She's got like a side clip, the other side clip, and the top clip.
Like, oh wow, that's a lot.
It's like, is that alive?
It's like, accept yourself. I don't understand. And speaking with this, like I'm painting on my eyebrows. I'm like, what's wrong with your eyebrows? You have eyebrows. Accept it. Like, I don't get it.
Well, geez, they even
Like-
they go beyond that now. They shave their eyebrows and
and
tattoo them.
And
They
tattoo them.
tattoo eyebrows.
Oh my god.
So it's like perfection every time, right? Instead of having always to reapply it and stuff, it's tattooed there.
That's dumb. And it looks dumb because it doesn't look like a hair. It looks like tattoo. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how you think that looks good. I don't
And I
understand.
mean, you might be able to get away with it, like
From a distance.
at distance, but like if I'm on top of you, man,
And you're like-
that's all I'm focusing on. It's like,
Yeah, it's the weirdest, creepiest thing ever.
right? Like,
Really?
Can I
Is
get
that
that
dirt?
off?
Like, what is that?
right? That was seriously, it's messed up.
Yeah. No, this is something that we should.
And now you have, because society deems it appropriate, you have these young kids wanting reductions and implants, and like, you're 15, you're still growing.
Yeah. And where are the parents? And I will even I'm not gonna say that. That's too politically motivated. But I'm gonna say it because we're gonna edit this anyway. It's like, where are the fathers? Like, really,
Mm-hmm.
it's terrible.
But yeah, and then and some of these kids learn it from their parents.
Well,
From
yeah,
the
yeah,
mothers
yeah.
and the
Well, part of the stat now, I don't know because I have to look at the actual stats, but apparently 80% of the people in prisons are from fatherless homes.
yeah, it matters.
It does
having
matter,
having
absolutely.
your father in your life definitely matters.
Yep. You learn respect. You learn self-esteem. Actually, this is huge.
And what should be acceptable towards you and what's not.
Yeah, exactly. Actually guide you as opposed to, let's do whatever you want. Let's drink.
Yeah.
You're 12. You should not be drinking with your mother.
Yeah. Or your father, for that matter.
Whatever.
And that's just
Same thing.
guidance, right? Like, a lot of kids just don't have it these days.
Yeah. Like, huge, right?
And,
It's terrible.
And sure, like, there's a percentage of people where it's not their fault. They're trying to provide for their families. They have to be at work.
Yeah, there's
The
things,
hours
yeah.
they're working. And maybe that's just our society that needs to change in that manner. Like,
Because we have gone the double income standard kind of thing.
Oh,
there. Yeah.
It's not even a want at this point. It's a need. Like,
Yeah, you can't.
a
There's
single
it's not gonna happen.
You're not making it.
Mhm.
Something's missing, or something's not being paid, or you're
Yeah.
losing shit.
You're losing. Yeah, you're losing out on the standard that we come to expect.
Yep.
Although I was in Vancouver and I was talking to somebody, and they were saying it's like it's expensive to have a kid. Yeah, it's like cost however much. I'm like, no, it doesn't. You fucking put some clothes on them, hand-me-downs. You give them food. Everything else. Did I have anything more than that? No. Like swimming lessons, sports, da-da-da-da-da-da. No, this is not necessarily for raising a kid. That's if you want to keep up the Joneses. You do what you can. You
I think I might have to disagree with you on that a little bit, because I think it serves purpose. It serves to teach the kids certain things.
Yes. Teamwork and whatnot.
Teamwork, just drive, just to motivate
Motivation,
them to do
yeah.
something and stuff. Because let's be honest, a lot of kids lack that.
Well, yeah, for
Right?
sure, fair, yeah.
Like, they do the minimally, and
Coast.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like, and I mean, in some ways, I'll be honest, my son does that, and he was he was never one to want to do sports or nothing like that. But then again,
Okay, so but he didn't want it either,
true,
right? And that's fine. And yeah, I'd say, look, okay, let's teach you to swim. But I mean, teaching you to swim and going to a pool to teach you to swim and cost all this money. How did you learn to swim?
just go to the beach,
Oh, if somebody didn't throw off a boat?
off a wharf. Sure.
Well, I hope you make it.
Well, I mean, I think I would like to think, at least in that scenario, if I was actually drowning, that
Somebody
would
would come
have
help
extended
you.
a rope or something, not just watch me sink.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We're not from where we are.
But yeah, for sure. And I mean, for us here, like, then again, this is a generational thing. Like, we always found something to do. Like, these
Yes.
kids nowadays, they stay in the house, and because they have the cell phones and stuff. Like,
well, yeah, all the technology and
and
whatnot.
it wasn't a thing for us. It just wasn't a thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, it didn't exist. And however, I will also add to that, we are lucky that we live in the forest, essentially, right?
In the country.
You can go outside
Yeah.
and find a stick, turn it into a sword.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
And have lakes and rivers and next.
the water. Yeah,
Next
we
to
live
the
next to
water,
water, which
yeah.
is great. Yeah,
So in the summertime, if it's hot, you can swim,
go swimming. Yeah,
right? And of course, because it's so rural, we can ride bikes and do that sort of stuff. But
Yep.
now kids don't want to do that. They just want to be on their phone.
Did you teach your son how to ride a bike?
I did
Did he ride a bike?
when he was a kid,
Okay,
but
yeah.
it didn't last. Like he probably, I would say probably like great from 3 to 10. He rode bikes.
Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think for me too, it's the same idea.
Oh, I was much older. I was like almost 18. Just riding a bike. Like
To
I could
where?
drive and stuff just for a bike ride.
Oh,
Just, I went
wow.
to the
Oh,
wharf for a
okay.
bike
Yeah,
ride
yeah.
or to the mailbox or whatever. Just
Because I know for me, when we're kids, we would bike to each other's house all the time.
multiple times a day.
And now at my age, I'm like, you're too far to drive to your house. I don't want to go there.
How did I ever bike?
No, honestly,
And,
hey,
like,
it's kind of
how,
far.
how did I ever manage to bike multiple times a day? Like
I think one time I did it twice in one day, and I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm done. This is it.
like for us, when we were kids, that was your main way of travel.
That's how you traveled. Yeah,
Right?
absolutely. Yeah,
If it was as long as it was nice and you can get there, like you were on your bike.
we went absolutely.
And I mean, I remember like minute school would be out in the summertime. Like it'd be 9 o'clock in the morning. See you when I get home later, Mom.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll
We
be
did
back
things.
probably 9 o'clock at night. Right? And that entire time, man, I'm biking one spot to the next, one spot to the next. Like,
We were fairly independent too. Like
Yeah,
for
yeah.
us.
yeah, for sure. And we didn't have cell phones.
And we didn't have cell phones, but I had a Nintendo.
Yes, we did.
Mm-hmm.
But we always found something. You know, one of the worst things I think for us when we were kids is the distance from our friends, like actual kilometers. Like
Yeah, it's far.
because like I was all the way up in the Schumann, you were all the way up in the river, so it's and all your friends were like that. Like there wasn't that many kids in the Schumann for us. Like there was a few, but not that many.
Yeah, like I agree. And
So the
the
people
people
you-
I'd say was a rougher part of town.
Yeah, like some of my friends call it the ghetto.
The ghetto. Oh yeah.
That's the ghetto. I was like, oh yeah, you're
By the
you're
docks.
like that. You're from the ghetto. Shut up.
But it's nice over there. I was driving by and that stretch along the bay, along the water there, it's wonderful.
It's nice in the summer, not so nice in the winter.
yeah, that's fair. Yep.
Because the drifts and stuff on that end, like wow.
The wind. Yeah,
Because
it's
you got no
terrible.
trees, you're not sheltered, you're not covered,
Mhm.
right? So
I'm at the perfect spot.
for weather, you are like you are like
Yeah. Even for fishing in water, like I'm on the water, I can take a boat out. It takes me a fairly while to get out there, I guess,
definitely
because you're like at the point to get out to the actual ocean.
yeah.
But it's not bad.
No, it's not. And I mean, there's not much water here either. Like you got like
4
three-
feet, I think.
it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
much
yeah.
water.
To get out. Yeah. You can't have like your big fishing boat.
Yeah. And it's okay if you have one of those jet boats there that
Like a sea-doo kind of thing.
Yeah, use that thing because you don't need much water, right?
Yeah,
2 feet
yeah.
of water, you're like plenty of water.
You're good. 2 up, not even 2 feet.
Yeah. But then again, it's not as polluted as like the city. Like,
Oh, dude, I was in
might
Vancouver.
not suck up a diaper.
I wouldn't go swimming in there. Like it's gross. Like it looked terrible.
Yep, I know what you mean.
Not sure what the smell. Then I went somewhere and you could see the container boats out there and
Yeah.
hanging out.
And the smog and all that stuff, and like every like it's a beach, sure, but then they have signs like
Don't go in the water.
Don't swim, don't swim.
Yeah.
And it's like
E.
whoa.
coli and
Yeah,
different
like
things.
whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's
Don't
so
fish here.
and for us it's so foreign because like you see water, you want to go in the water.
Yeah, you want to go in.
Like, it's not
Absolutely.
like, see water? No.
And I will say that people want to go in the water, but you know you can't, right?
Not without having oil and stuff seep into your
It's
skin.
gross.
And
Like you look at it and it's like, man, that's terrible. Like I don't want to go in there.
Yep.
and you don't. So you sit on the beach, sure, fine.
In the heat.
In the heat,
In the heat. And
yeah,
not
in the
cool
heat, and you
off.
can't cool off because you can't go in the water. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then if you go swimming or whatever, you take in water in your mouth, like it happens. So you can't do that. You get sick.
But yeah, so I wouldn't trade our childhood
For anything. No,
for
no.
nothing, because there's a lot of good learning experiences, a lot of good times, and
Very good times. Every once in a while, I have a discussion about moving back here because I retired now, essentially. And the idea is of growing up here, you're like, oh man, you want to get out, you want to go to the city, you want to do things.
you can't get out fast enough.
Can't get out fast enough. And then, but then, so I've been all over Canada. I've been to a bunch of places in Europe and the US. And it's like, no, man, this is amazingly gorgeous here. This is incredible. And then we see it now since the pandemic. People from all over has been buying up the houses and driven up the house prices that people from here can't buy
the
any
market
houses
here is
anymore. But yeah, they all because it's great. It's gorgeous. Except it's very, 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 very humid in the summer. I'm not looking forward to the summer.
Yeah,
I'm happy to have an air conditioner now.
But you take the good with the bad,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? Because our winters can be pretty.
Yeah, but it's
extreme.
great. You don't go anywhere. You just stay home. Like, it's fine.
I like the seasons in moderation. I mean, I think it's cool that we actually get to experience
Have the
actually
seasons,
four seasons when some places don't.
No, they don't. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think I'm built for summer.
Yeah, non plus. Yeah,
12
summer.
months a year or winter,
Yeah,
12
yeah,
months
yeah.
a year. Like, hell no.
No. Mm-hmm.
Or even like, like some places they have like 6 months worth of daylight or 6 months.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole other
I
thing.
would
yeah.
go insane.
Yeah. That's not too bad. Well, from my experience, just in the winter, right? Like working, you go to work before the sun's up and you come home after the sun's down.
Yeah.
So you never see the sun in the winter anyway, right?
Yeah.
So it's not so bad.
It's a
like
thing for
that
me.
dark thing.
Yeah.
But being in Vancouver for the past year, I never saw the sun. It was always cloudy, always gray, always kind of drizzly. And like the first day I'm in New Brunswick, it's like, oh, sun.
There's the sun.
Sun. And you feel so much better. It really makes a difference.
It does do something, because even for me, like, in the fall and stuff, we get a fair amount of rain. And if I go and get like 2-3 days of just rain and cloud, man, you feel it. Like, it's draining, and it's like, I don't want to do nothing. Like,
I like it at first because then it's like, I can sit and read a book and not like feel bad about it or whatever.
I don't enjoy reading enough for that. So.
No, but the idea. So the idea is that like the power is out. Like you're back left to your own devices. Like, what can you do without technology, TV,
or like the kids? Oh shit, the power's out. My cell phone's gonna die. how am I gonna function? No cell phone.
Right? I loved it. Okay, we play cards,
Yeah.
we play spoons, we do
board games, and whatever
actually exist in real
and if
real
it was
time.
daylight, you could still be outside and play and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like,
no, I'm gonna cancel all the electricity. I don't need electricity. No, don't want it.
you're gonna have to like build yourself an outhouse.
You don't need electricity for the toilet to work.
How's the water gonna get?
We're gonna
there?
pump the water. In fact, I'll hand pump it. Hand pump.
We'll see how long.
I would love. I would
it
love
lasts.
to do that. Actually,
It'll get old really quick. Trust me.
No,
You like wash
because if it got
dishes.
old long enough, I would pump into a little reservoir like a bowl on the counter if I needed that much water. That's what I would do.
I mean, I'd like to see you try. I'd spectate, sure.
Oh yeah.
Do it.
And I think the well we have here, I could do it actually.
Probably could.
I could do it with any well. It's just
Yeah.
a pump. It's a pipe that goes into the
Yeah.
ground in the well itself.
Yep.
Yeah. But I often debated like
Living off grid.
not have electricity. Yeah,
Living
not
off
have,
grid,
and
I've heard this argument already.
all the time, and I want to do it, and I'm ready to do it, or even go solar, and not use that much electricity per se. But then, if the camera can see with the keyboard and this recording
You need
equipment
power.
stuff, like
you need power.
like I want to make money making music and whatnot. I need power. It irritates me, but I do, right? And I thought about also finishing the trailer, or building my house that's not on electricity, but have electricity in the studio,
Yeah.
and have that business thing going on, which I think is fair. It's a fair point. And then live off grid, like next to the studio or wherever. Like, I have a few acres of land here, so I've got space.
How off grid really is it? Because if you really want the technologies, just go to the studio.
No, but that's it. This is work. Okay,
Be like,
I don't want to do this anymore. I'm like done.
It's like, I need to take a crap. I'll just go to the studio. I won't use the outhouse.
I'll use the outhouse. Man, I pooped in porta potties in December, in January. Hey, it's cold and it sucks. But as soon as you accept it, it's okay.
Just
like,
give into it.
Just give it. Accept it. Man up. Be brave. Whatever you want to call it. And yeah, because the leading up to it is the worst part of the whole thing. Once you drop your trousers, you sit.
It's like when you go for a swim and you're like walking into the water. So you pretty much know for guys, you gotta get waist deep, right? So you gotta get the boys wet. Right?
Yeah.
But you, like you said, you have to commit. You know it's gonna happen. You have to commit.
Yep.
And once you submerge the fellas, you're like, okay, we got this.
You're okay. Yeah. The whole body.
What's to get there? You gotta get there.
But you gotta get there, and like you say all the time, like just shut off your mind. And just go in. Just dunk. It's gonna be cold. It'll be a shock.
And that's how I prefer. I prefer the shock though. Like this anticipation. Like okay, to my knees, to my thighs. No, just like get the boys wet. Let's go.
Just go in. Yeah. Go all in.
Yeah. Which
the whole Band-Aid rip-off idea, right?
Which leads me to a funny story. So, since we're talking about going to the water and stuff, so Carl here,
me. I thought it was Bigfoot.
That's your nickname, and that's what we refer to him as. But his name is Carl. This fellow over here bought a sailboat, and and so we did the prep, we did all that stuff, put the shit together, put it in the water, whatever. So one day, me and him are like, "It's a nice day. We're gonna give this a little try."
This is our first time out.
Yeah, it was right, first time out.
Yeah, on the boat. Yeah,
and I've been in boats, never really been in charge of a boat. Neither has he really.
Really, yeah. I've sailed. I know how.
Yeah, but anyway, so we're going to test just to make sure we don't sink the boat and whatnot, and that it doesn't take water and stuff. So we went out a little bit and turned around, and came back, and we're wanting to dock the boat.
Oh, this is the fucking goddamn story you're gonna say? No. We're out there, and I'm trying to raise the freaking mainsail, and Blake's like, "I don't like this. This is not good. No. I don't trust you. I'm gonna go home. No, I can't. No, I'm going home."
And we literally. So he's like, "Take the thing for a second. I need to throw the rope and stuff." I'm like, "Okay." And so I'm like, trying to bring the boat in, and probably it's a little fast because I'm not used to this mechanism and stuff like that.
Yeah, outboard motor, having an outboard motor.
And of course, it's like a marina, so there's boats everywhere. Like, and so I like how fast you were in reacting to it. Though. That was awesome. And he
so as we're swooping into our spot, the motor was still pushing us. Yeah. He didn't put it into neutral.
Not enough. and this guy, like a cat, jumps out of the boat, man. It just, like you said, not thinking, just reacting, just jumps in the water onto the other boat to stop his boat from hitting it with his cell phone, wallet, everything in the pockets. And it only hits him after. It's like, shit, my cell phone. It's like he literally just throws everything on the wharf, and you can just hear the water like. Splat. The wallet was like, I remember hearing the wallet going splat. It was funny.
Yeah. Because you want to hit the boat and damage it and then be on.
At least you had regard for other people's property. Right? Some people would have been like, bump.
Yeah. Moving on.
Nobody saw that. That didn't happen. But you were like, no, because and you were like this way deep in the water.
I was hanging on the boat. I'm like in between like my boat and then Like, okay, I gotta get out of here now.
It's like, I'm gonna have to let go. Did you? I don't even remember. Like I was. So
I can barely swim. Like
I was so laughing at this point. Did you actually let go, or did you actually climb onto the boat, or like?
I must have climbed the boat, or
did you just swim to the wharf from there?
I didn't swim. That's for sure.
So you must have climbed onto the boat then. This only thing makes sense.
I must have been my boat because it's lower to the water than the fishing boat. It must have.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, Blake, turn off the motor because it was keep pushing me. I'm like, turn it off. What? Just pull the red knob.
And I did. I turned it off. And by then it was kind of against the wharf, and I was able to get off
and then tie the boat a bit. Yeah.
And then it was like, come on, girl. And you're like onto the thing and just. It was good. It was funny.
Yeah. You like finding pleasure in the misery of others.
Probably do. You
it's not a probably. We know this. Probably do.